Good evening and welcome to this special Valentine's Day edition of our live talk. Today I have the honor of interviewing a fantastic couple, Yousaf and Shehla, and who have been married for 22 years and counting. So please join me in giving them a warm virtual round of applause as they join us to share their love story and offer some valuable insights on their maintaining strong relationship. Hello, Shehla. Hello, Yousaf. How
Hi,
are you doing today?
Very good, Celine. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the lovely introduction.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad to having you here, as I'm a newly wed.
Well, congratulations for that, first of all.
Yeah, but honestly, sometimes I still hard to imagine I have to be the person forever.
Well, you're just starting the beautiful journey of your life.
Yeah, so that's why I'm so glad to having you here, so I can ask you some questions. But,
sure, sure.
Our pleasure
yeah,
to
I
be here.
believe,
Thank you.
yeah, marriage is sometimes tough, right? And how do you fix how do you deal the challenges in your marriage?
Wow. You want me to start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As we always said, it's. I always say that a marriage is not based on just on one person. It's based on two people. Driving a car together and taking it across on different challenges on that. So yes, a
Mhm.
lot of marriages, you will face a lot of challenges in your life. I think the best way of really overcoming any of the challenges is by supporting each other, understanding each other, looking after each other, and a lot of times you may not agree to a certain things, but then at the end of the day, agree to a lot of things as well to make it a successful marriage. So the way we I look at it is that the challenges are always there in your life, whether it is on your marriage side. It's entirely up to the couple that how they take it together and make their lives beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. But when you have a disagreement, how can you deal with that? Because it's quite hard, right? Even
Shala,
Yeah,
you tell her about disagreement.
yeah, I want to hear from sure.
of course, we all are humans and we all have different opinions. So we disagree also, we agree also. So,
Hmm.
by our experience, I can say this thing that it's better that if one person is in a bad mood, the second has to be quiet and let the person get out of this state. And as soon as the thing gets settled, you can quietly and nicely talk to each other what's the issues between both of you. Because see, our lives are very hectic. Everybody's just running around. We have offices, we have home, we have everything to look after. Everybody is just running around. So it's
Hmm.
better that we should take out some time for ourselves and we should sit and talk to each other and try to solve the issue. It's not difficult. Of course, it is difficult. I mean, it's not impossible. So just bear with each other and just keep your love life alive by taking care of each other.
She just said, the one who's always quiet, it's me.
Well, everyone knows.
Yes, okay. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Who is usually the first person say sorry if you have a fight?
Me always. No,
Really?
it's not. No,
I
it's
mean,
not. It's not always me, or it's not always her on that.
yeah.
It all depends as well on that. But then yes, we try to come up with a solve the challenge whatever we're coming across as soon as possible on that. But usually, who's the first one to say sorry? Me.
Wow, hard to believe.
Hard to believe. Oh my God, I'm so
Yeah,
good repetition
because
here.
you are our boss, so sometimes we know you are so busy, and yeah, and it's hard to imagine you say like sorry first. I don't know.
See, that's the thing, right? There are like two different timings. Being at the office is something else, but being in your personal life is something else.
Mm.
That's also, I think, is very important to balance between your personal life and your office life.
Right, right, that's true. Okay, so you're like 22 years is such a long term, long time. So can you share with us how have you both grown as a couple since you getting married?
Sure. You want me to say or you want to
Yeah, yeah,
start
go
on
ahead.
that?
No, no,
Okay.
go ahead.
So yes, 22 years is a long time. As I said, every day is a learning time and a journey for us. But I think what's important, what Shala was saying, is to keep exploring each other at the same time, making sure that we start taking out some time for ourselves as well on that,
Mm.
because the life does get very hectic on it. Something which we always try to do it is also to get some time off for ourselves, apart from the work, apart from the kids as well on that, because I think that's very important for any couple to do it. Either they're working or they're not working together, or even they're working at separate jobs or things like that. But I think the most important thing is to take out some time for yourself. So one thing which we at least try to do is that, every 2 to 3 weeks is to have some time for ourselves. What I call as a date night is important as
Oh,
well, right? To understand each other on that. As far as being 22 years ago, 22 years now, so yeah, you know what? It's still every day is more exploring and exploring each other. I think that's what keeps the life going on. That's what keeps the marriage going on.
that's
You want to
nice.
add something, Shana?
No, he's right. He's right. Actually, you just need to take out some time for yourselves because it's very, very important to give some time to the relationship. And for that you have to just leave the work behind everything and just take out time for yourself and just go out, have a nice good dinner, go for a movie. There's so many options you can choose. So whatever you like, just do that. And that's how you just keep on going. And of course, patience, taking care of each other, this is very important. That's what we learned because when before marriage we don't know each other, not at all. We haven't met also, but
Yeah.
after getting married, then we just try to understand each other. There were some ups and downs also. We have different personalities, but we both work hard for this thing. And mashallah, we have 4 kids now, and we are having a very good life.
Yeah, the focus is quite of hard because you must have a different way to educate your children, right?
Yes, that's
So
right.
how do you discuss this?
See, we both work together. I mean, it was not only my responsibility to take care of kids, it's Yusuf also. And at that time, I mean, now I just started working 1.5 years ago. Otherwise, I was a full time housewife. But Yusuf supported me a lot with the kids. He's always been a very good father. He takes care of his kids. Now also, I mean, the kids are grown up, but still, he take out time from his busy schedule and he gives proper time to each child so that the
Wow.
kids, yeah, exactly. I mean, we all, I mean, my older one, he is not in here in Canada, he's in US, but still used to take out time for him. He talked to him, he told him everything. If we need any kind of guidance, used to help him. With the other kids over here also, used to give everybody their own time. So we both have worked for these things. It's not only one individual person, it's both of us who have worked. So that's why, Alhamdulillah, it's doing very well.
And
Wow.
it's really important, from a parent's perspective. What we try to do is to have that individual time, because every kid needs their own time, they need
Yeah.
their own space, and they need their own they have their own needs as well of that. And that's what we have tried addressing it. So there is some time when it's just mom's time with the kids,
Hmm.
when she take out the kids just for the movie, and they go on a lunch date or something like that on that, and there are times when it's just a dad day on that. So I think we need to just balance between both of us on that. So that's been very important.
I think this is a quite of a hard part to do because balance is quite of a pretty hard, especially you are such a busy person. Yeah. So how do you maintain this, manage your time?
No, that's true. I mean, again, as I said, it's very important to balance yourself up as well. Yes, some days it's become very, very hectic and busy as well. So the good thing is that that's where I think the family and your marriage comes into place. Is that because especially as realtors, right? I always say that
Mm.
weekends or non-weekends, we're always
Yeah.
busy. We're always working. We work as per our clients' time, especially obviously if you're a broker record in the country, and then there's more responsibilities on you yourself as well. I think that's very important when the family understand that as well at the same time, because in this kind of a business, when you are all of a sudden going out somewhere and you get a call from your client saying that, oh, I need to put an offer right now on that, what do we do on that? So that's where the whole support comes in from the family, because they understand that it's important that even the work is important as well on that. So in order to manage the time part of it on that, what I really like to do is that I like to keep at least I know generally I'm working like 6 to 7 days, but then I always try to keep at least one day off just for my family, for my kids, and just take them out, and manage that sort of scenario as well. I think it's very important to balance your work life along with your family life as well.
So at least one day for is a family day.
Yes,
Oh,
definitely. And
that's good.
even, I mean, we always try that after every 2 months we take out our kids somewhere outside, like out of town, maybe somewhere at least for 2 3 days, so that we can have more time with them and we can spend more time. Because when you are, of course, you're working all the time, you can't take out the time that so easily. But when you are out of the town, this phone has to be switched off so that Yusuf is full time giving time to the kids. So
My
it's,
phone doesn't get switched off though,
yeah, but
right?
at least, I mean, he can give, I mean, 70% to the kids, and that's very important. And as soon as the kids are actually getting older, they need your time. This is most
Hmm.
important thing. And this is the time that we need to take out the time for our kids. We need to spend more time with them so that we can understand what they are going through, what their needs are, so that we can teach them what is right, what is wrong. So this time is actually very, very important. When they were young, they just only need toys and they just need only movie time. But now when they're getting older, they need to
Us,
discuss.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
need us so that we can listen to them and we can share some with them and they can share with us.
yeah, and also guide the land, right?
Yes,
Because, that's
definitely.
really, oh, that's
The,
so. As what I like this, I think for you guys, the key to maintaining your lovely relationship is you have a quality time together. You care about like a quality times.
yeah, we take out the quality time.
Yeah.
Because this is the most important thing, that you need to take out the time. Because of course everybody, I mean, the life is going on, but you need to take out the time for your family, for yourself, for the kids. This is very, very important. I mean, you should take out time for yourself also. That's what I
Mm.
told Yusuf also, that we need to take out time for ourselves also. That, I mean, we need to rest also. We need to whatever, I mean, we don't need to do anything sometimes. We just need to be just relax, just sit on the
Yeah.
couch and watch a
Lazy.
good movie. That's it.
Enjoy a Sunday just sitting doing nothing.
Exactly.
I believe this kind of a hard like a hard lesson for the user as well, because as I know, he is kind of like a workaholic.
That's true.
Right?
Very true.
He's always busy. I keep himself busy.
That's true that he's always busy, so he needs to take out time for himself. That he
Yeah,
needs to sleep properly. He should
yeah,
have some time for himself, not only work, but health is also very important. So he
true.
needs to take out time for
So,
the health.
so shall I make sure that I do that? If I don't do it, then I get in trouble.
That's good having a shower in your life.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
yeah, and also I want to ask just curious question. It's not on our list, but what would you say? What would you say are different in the year 1 to 10 and compare your marriage the 10 to 20?
Wow, that's a very good question. I think as I said that we for us it was an arranged marriage, so I think it's always the time to explore. I think the first couple of years for anybody who's known each other, or even people who've known each other as well. In fact, for the marriage is always I think the most crucial time, because
Mhm.
now you are not only just living yourself, but you're actually sharing a lot of things together as well on that, and then that's the time I think sometimes it's a little bit tough time to understand each other and go through. And yes, it's a good honeymoon period as well, but at the same time, you need to understand each other as well. So I say that if it was 1 to 10 years, I think the first 10 years was more about exploring yourself, coming out some common grounds, teaching out some goals for ourselves on that. I think the next, I would say that after 10 years of the marriage, it was more of an things of really, the goals which we want to achieve, the things which we want to do, whether it's related to kids part of it, and how the kids should be growing, where we should be living, what we should be doing, and those kind of things. We started concentrating more on it on that. So I believe, like every day is still exploring each other. That's the best part.
Mm.
You want
Yeah.
to add something, Sheila?
Yeah. First 10 years were challenging actually. Of course, we were trying to understand each other. We were putting our efforts to give a good,
Uh-huh.
to keep a maintained relationship. So it was, I mean, and of course the kids were also, we have kids at that time, they were also growing up a little bit. But 10 to 20, it was very nice period of time because we both have understand each other a lot,
Uh-huh.
and we both were grown up also, so it was good. It's very
Yeah.
good around
So
that.
with the relationship, with the time relationship, you start growing up yourself as
Yes.
well, right?
See, that's nice. That's nice. So, what do you think are the most impressive memory in your marriage to let it impact your relationship?
The most important thing, I think the most important thing is the understanding of each other.
Understand.
That's the most important part of it on that. As I said that, especially if you're in different, like in terms of the job and things like that, because it's very important. I always say that realtor's life is very tough. It's not an easy type life for realtors because, all of a sudden you are somewhere going to a party and then you get a call from your client, hey, I need to make an offer right now on that. Like, what are you going to do? You're not going to say to your client, oh, no, I'm going to a party, let's do it tomorrow and have it tomorrow, and that needs to be done right away on that. I think it's very important for us. What has been is the understanding part of understanding each other, not only from the work perspective, but in terms of your own personal life as well. Shala, what do you think?
Do
Go
you
ahead,
guys
go ahead.
do you guys fight or do you argue?
Oh my
Yeah, we
God.
do. Definitely.
You know
We're
me like
normal
I'm such
human
a nice
couple.
guy. I never argue. I never do anything like that. No.
We
I
do.
was thinking I can hear like a sound like a because due to the fight or the or what was the
No,
argument.
it's
So
always argument, not fighting. Alhamdulillah, we never
So
been,
no physical fighting,
yeah,
huh?
nothing like that. It was just a little heated up arguments. But the thing is that one of us always be quiet so that the other person, if Yusuf is getting angry, I try my best to be quiet. If I'm angry, he try to be quiet so that at least everything can cool out. Because if you both are screaming, shouting, there's nothing. I mean, there's everything has a solution. So we need to
mm,
work on the solution. So
mm.
we also fight. No, we don't fight. We have arguments. We have arguments. Yes, it's normal. Like every other couple, we have arguments, but we have a solution also, and we worked on that. And I'll tell you one thing that we both have applied from last 22 years. If we have an argument, like if we have an argument today, next morning when we wake up, we are normal. We
Oh,
forget that thing and we just move on. We don't want to continue it for 3, 7, 8 days. No, whatever is it, it has to be finished up because it's not good, because it affects your family, it affects yourself. So it's better
mm.
to take out the solution for whatever the argument is. Just sit and talk to each other and just get a solution. That's it.
I like this word. Everything
Yeah.
has a
No, you
solution.
should.
Yeah, we
I
need
mean,
it.
really, it really worked. When you are out of your room, just leave whatever you have in that room.
Yeah,
Don't
true.
take it out outside because
Yeah.
this is bad. Even we have, I mean, the kids are also a bit older now. They never saw us fighting or arguing like this because whatever we have, it's in our bedroom. And when we come out
Mm,
from the bedroom, it's finished.
yeah,
So
right,
this
right.
is it's a very good thing. I told this thing to my friends, my sisters, everyone, and every woman should apply this. Every man also should apply this. It
Yeah,
really works.
it's very good advice. So I think our time is almost up, and just one more questions. And if there is a device, would you have any advice you want to give the young people? They if someone who just start their relationship.
Shala, you start.
Okay. As my
Think about
experience,
your
yeah, as my experience, I will say that have patience, be respectful, and be loyal to each other. That's it. These
loyalty.
three things. These are very important things. When you are loyal, when respectful, and when you have patience, your life is the best. You don't have to
Mm,
do anything.
nice, nice.
I
How
just
about
want
you?
to add what Shala said. I think it's for anybody who's starting their marriage right now, young couple, or who's been in their have been married for some time as well. I think the most important thing is to understand each other, understand, value each other, respect each other. At the same time, look for those do's and don'ts as well on that. something which is going to trigger another person. Don't do that, because that trigger always gets into more kind of arguments on that. I think the do's and don'ts list, there's no list for it. It comes automatically to you while you are in a relationship. And with the passage of time, you would know that if I do something like that, if I say something like that, that's going to be something which could lead into an argument. And you don't want to be an argument because you don't want to sleep on the couch, right? So don't get to sleep on the couch.
True.
So in order to avoid to sleep on the couch, make sure that you don't get into the arguments on that.
Yeah, that's pretty good advice.
Otherwise, you'll be sleeping on the couch.
Do you have any plan for celebrate Valentine's Day for today?
Oh wow! So Valentine's Day, I think I always say this to Shella, that Valentine's Day should not be just one day. It should always be every day or every time when you want to celebrate, right? It should never be just one particular day where you want to just saying that okay, today is just to show my love and my respect and to someone on that particular day. For us, I think Valentine's is like the way we look at it is that that we should be able to celebrate it every time, every week, every month on that. So as of a special plan for Valentine's Day, I don't know. You have any special plans for Valentine's Day?
No, it comes on weekday. So
Yeah, let me
you
say that.
okay.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Valentine's Day should be like every day, but we are not gonna give the gift for the wife every day. So you need like a special day to give the
See, that's what I'm saying. You need to give your wife a gift every day. Don't make a special day only.
Oh, I mean that is a physical gift, Yeah.
So what's the plan?
Well, everything has things. You don't need to tell everything. So there should be some secrets also. So let's keep it secret.
So shall I just secret plan for the Valentine's on that?
That's nice. So hope you have a great day for today and also rest of every day.
Oh, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
thank you
much.
so much,
Nice.
Celine, and wish you all the best as well. I
Yes.
know it's your
First
first
Valentine.
Valentine's as well.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for watching this video. Sorry, our evening talk. So please follow us and follow. If you want to know another episode, please follow us and give our some comments and some feedback. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Wait a second. Sorry.